I hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's presentation. I can't believe today is the last day. So, yesterday we talked about the lower chakras, and today we are going to talk about the upper chakras. Who's excited for this topic? Let me know if you guys are streaming live or if you guys are watching the replay. Please comment replay. And let's go ahead and get started. Today's training is going to be very similar to yesterday's in terms of the outline. So we are going to be starting with the essence of each chakra, then going into figuring out if it's underactive or overactive and what that looks like. Then diving a little bit deeper and understanding where exactly that trauma came from and the impacts it has on our physical body. And then, of course, we're going to do some healing activation, and I'm going to give you ladies some more tips in terms of what you can do moving forward to help balance that specific chakra. So today, though, we're going to continue where we left off after the heart chakra, and we're going to be focusing on the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra. Every single day, I am handing out one free aura scan. Now, in order to win this, all you have to do is be engaged here. So make sure to leave lots of comments and ask questions and stuff like that. Now, this bonus gift is a $200 value. And basically what it is I will be scanning your aura. You're going to see this beautiful photo here, and you can see which chakras are unbalanced. I'll help you to discover if they're underreactive or overreactive, which will help give us more specific healing modalities to give you so you can actually heal yourself and release those unconscious patterns and shift into a new state of being, and ultimately heal yourself from the inside out, become a completely different person, and create a completely different life. Starting with the throat chakra. Now, the throat chakra is located in the throat. I'm sure you guys could have guessed that one. Its color is blue. Now, the element of this chakra is air, which I think is really easy to comprehend in the sense of like words flowing, through the air. And as we look into these higher chakras, this is where we're tapping more into the realm of vibrations and frequencies. So that's the difference compared to the lower chakras, which is more of the grounding. The essence of this chakra is honesty and our voice. So here are some signs of what a balanced throat chakra looks like. You can express with truth and ease. You're able to disagree with others in a loving way, and you desire to listen to others. So I see there's a question here. Someone had asked, does each chakra have a crystal associated with it? And yes, so each chakra actually has multiple crystals associated to it. The reason why I'm not necessarily listing them in this presentation is because that definitely gets a little bit more in depth, and we kind of need to understand what's going on specifically with that chakra in terms of it being overreactive or underreactive, and what the core root of the problem is in order to prescribe you the best crystal. Now, when it comes to these upper chakras, it's going to be more common that you guys are going to find yourself being more underreactive. The reason being is because, with this human experience, we are just more prone to be earthly bound and in those lower vibrations, or not lower vibrations, lower chakras, I meant. So I'm sure you guys may have found with the lower chakras, it's actually a lot easier to be overreactive. So like I said, you guys will probably find yourself being more underreactive with these ones. Now, in a world that is primarily ran by men, women tend to have a more underreactive throat chakra, and men tend to have more of an overreactive throat chakra. So here are some signs, though, of what an underreactive throat chakra looks like. Now, again, I'm just going to read these questions. I want you to ask yourself honestly, whatever your first gut instinct is this a yes or a no for me? I have difficulty speaking honestly. I am unable to express my desires. I am not able to stand up for myself. I avoid difficult conversations. I struggle with social anxiety. I have a fear of public speaking. So please go ahead and leave in the comments throat chakra underactive and put how many out of the 6 you felt resonated with you. So now we're going to look on the flip side of things in terms of what an overreactive throat chakra looks like. So if you do have an overreactive throat chakra, many people may consider you a social butterfly, and you're the person who's just going up to everybody and saying hi, and maybe not everybody wants to talk to you or might not fully be interested in what it is that you have to say. So here are some signs of an overreactive throat chakra. I am extremely talkative. I push my beliefs onto others. I tend to use inappropriate language. I find myself interrupting or talking over people. I am not a good listener. So now go ahead and write in the comments throat chakra overreactive and let me know out of the 5 how many of those resonated with you. So it seems from most of your comments that most of you guys probably have an underactive throat chakra, but I do want you to look at your own numbers and kind of figure out based on that if you think you have a balanced, underactive, or overactive throat chakra. So I do want to talk a little bit about, how this unbalanced chakra is actually affecting us. So in terms of emotionally, you may, if you have a underactive throat chakra, find yourself people pleasing. So just saying or doing things rather than doing them because you actually want to, but you're doing it because you feel like you need to. Now, physically, this can show up as thyroid issues, sore throat, gum disease, ear infections, and sinus infections, as well as neck pain and tight shoulders. So, basically I've noticed that wherever the chakra, the area is, it's whatever organs and things are in that area, it can affect it has an energetic effect and it comes into the physical realm. Now, if you guys can relate to any of these, definitely go ahead and drop that in the comments. I'm very curious. Now, I think it's just as important once we actually figure out the problem to understand where exactly this came from. and why it is that you have a blockage in your throat chakra. So if you have an underactive throat chakra, these first three could possibly be a reason of why you've developed a blockage here. So your parents may have told you to be quiet or use the silence treatment as discipline. If you had an accent, so maybe you're from another country, others made fun of your voice. You were told you're a bad singer. Now, if you have an overactive throat chakra, usually this is because you weren't heard when you were younger. So what happens is when you get older, you're trying to, in a sense, be heard. Alrighty, ladies. Now let's get into the good stuff, the throat healing activation. So I am going to go ahead and set up the sound healing. So just give me one moment here. And I did list the hertz for you ladies. So if you would like to use the sounds later down the line, feel free to write that down. All right, can you ladies hear both me and the sound healing? Let me know if it seems too loud or if it's at a good volume for you guys. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get our hands properly ready. So what you guys are going to do is lace your fingers together and have your thumbs touching. And you can go ahead and rest your hands on your lap. Now we're going to chant the word hum. And I want you guys to close your eyes and try to visualize the color blue. Now, as you guys experienced yesterday, you may not always be able to visualize that color. And if another color comes up for you, then what that is saying is that is showing an imbalance. So for instance, if you're seeing red, that's connected to the root chakra. So your root chakra is vibrating in your throat. Or, if it's orange, sacral, yellow, solar plex, and the list goes on. So you guys know the colors now. But definitely let me know after what it is that you guys experience. So let's go ahead and get started. I want you guys to repeat after me. We're probably going to do this for about a minute or two. Take a deep breath in, ladies. Hold it at the top and release. Slowly open your eyes. Please keep your hands still in the same position. And we're going to go ahead and read through some of these affirmations together. So please repeat after me. My honesty attracts the people I want in my life. I let my voice be heard. My words are powerful. I do not harm with my words. I feel compassion towards those that trust me to listen. So let me know how that little mini throat healing activation was for you, ladies. So for me, when I was doing the chant, it was very nice. It was almost like cleansing. I felt like I already had, have a clear throat chakra. So for me, it was just kind of like my voice is just like penetrating through, and it just felt very nice. And I was able to visualize the color blue. So let me know, how it felt for you women and what color it is that you visualized. And if you have any questions about the experience, and if any of these affirmations really resonate with you or you think would be helpful, feel free to write them down. Let me know if there were any that you really loved. Oh boy, black circling the throat. That's definitely not good. And then Jessica had said that she saw a blinding light. So was it more like a white light? Okay, so Catherine saw some shades of blue and a little bit of green. So, the throat chakra or the heart chakra might be coming up a little bit. Jennifer did see blue. Now, I know, Jennifer, we did your aura scan yesterday, and I thought I remembered, I don't remember which chakra it was that was in your throat chakra. So if you could drop that in the comments as well with the color, because I'm curious to what that was. Nikki saw purple. So purple is going to be more of the upper chakra, so either the third eye or the crown might be coming into the throat. Okay, so Jessica saw like a white snow. So white can also be associated with the crown as well. Solar plexus yellow. Okay. So here are a few more tips, ladies, to balance your throat chakra. So if you have a underactive throat chakra, just speaking or even just yelling can really help with activating and opening, as well as singing. So next time you're in the car and you've got a fun song on, or you're in the shower, I encourage you to sing. But I would say, sound healing is going to be one of the most beneficial as well, just because the throat chakra has to do with sound. So that is really going to help heal your body energetically. And then chamomile tea with honey. I'm sure you guys have heard many singer artists, drink tea with honey all the time to help soothe their throat. So I did want to share with you guys Courtney's story. Now, Courtney and I have been working together for quite a while now, but I believe that this photo transformation here is about 9 months, and she lost 40 pounds in 9 months here. So she is a part of House Vikinger. And when we first started working together, she had an underactive throat chakra. Oops. So some of the things that she was able to relate to was she was unable to express her desires and her needs. She was not able to stand up for herself, and she avoided difficult conversations. And now, with really focusing on her energy, she has been able to dramatically improve and rebalance her throat chakra, which has allowed her now to have more open and vulnerable conversations with her boyfriend and really build that intimacy, as well as being open and honest with her parents. And now the cool part is she's actually able to express her needs. And this has really helped her when it comes to reaching her fitness goals, because she's able to tell people, like, oh, hey, like, I can't eat that, or, I need to leave at this time because I need to work out. So rather than being a people pleaser and not saying anything, she's able to actually communicate what it is that she wants and desires. So pretty amazing. I'm really, really proud of Courtney and all the work that she has done. I mean, honestly, looking at these photos, she looks like a completely different person. And the cool part is that we're still on this journey together. And yeah, it's very, very exciting. I'm super proud of her. So if Courtney's story inspires you, let me know in the comments. So now we are moving up to the third eye chakra. So this is located in the center of your brow bone, and it's considered to be linked or connected to the pineal gland. Now, they call it the third eye because it's literally in between your two eyes, and the pineal gland looks like another eye. The color this is associated with is indigo. Now, I will say, so for both the upper chakras, they are purple. So you really want to clarify in terms of the shade of purple. So this is indigo. The element for this chakra is spirit. Now, the essence of this chakra is intuition, clarity, vision, and wisdom. Here are some signs of a balanced throat chakra. You're highly intuitive. You trust your abilities and path. You receive psychic information in your dreams. Clairvoyance is the ability to see extrasensory information. Clairvoyant is associated with seeing auras, the chakras, and visions of the future. Now, like I said, for the upper chakras, it's going to be more common to relate to it being underactive. So here are some signs of an underactive third eye chakra. Please answer yes or no. I am unable to let go of the past and fear the future. I am confused or indecisive. I have a lack of trust in myself. I have poor memory. I am not very imaginative. So now, ladies, please let me know in the comments, third eye chakra, underactive, and out of the 5, how many of those you can relate to. So now we're going to look at the flip side of things and what exactly an overactive third eye chakra looks like. Now, these kinds of people are usually born with psychic gifts or just naturally intuitive. So here are some signs of an overactive third eye chakra. I have a constant flow of information in my mind. I feel overstimulated often. I get headaches regularly. I am highly sensitive. So now, ladies, I want you to go ahead and write in the comments third eye chakra overactive, and let me know out of the 4 how many of those you resonate with. Now, an example of someone with a third eye chakra is Elon Musk. So I've heard him say before in many videos that he has a constant flow of information in his mind, and it's overwhelming. I know also my boyfriend can very much relate to this as well. So David Christensen, for those of you who know him. So great question, Jessica. Basically, when I say I am highly sensitive, we're talking about in terms of the spiritual realm and energetically. So let's, now that you guys have had a chance to look at what an overactive versus an underactive third eye chakra looks like, as well as balanced, go ahead and leave in the comments which one you think you are or that you can relate to most. Now, in terms of how it physically affects us, you may experience having headaches, blurred vision, sinus issues, eye strains, seizures, hearing loss, hormone function, and a lot of the times these people have trouble with sleeping or insomnia. So if you can relate to any of these, definitely let me know in the comments as well. So when it comes to these last 2 chakras, so the third eye and the crown chakra, we're getting more into the spirit realm. So there's not necessarily many traumas or anything. The only thing for this chakra in particular is just being told not to trust your instincts. So basically, because that's what this is all about, is your intuition. So you're being told not to trust that and to give others the benefit of the doubt. But the main thing here is really just a lack of spiritual development. So it's something that just comes with time and something that you need to work on and develop. It's not necessarily just there, for most people at least. Alrighty, ladies, are you guys excited to do a little bit of healing activation? I am. All right, so I'm gonna get the sound set up.
Hey, it's Throat Chakra, and I've got one simple question for you. And that's, what is your offer? What exactly are you selling? See, after 3 years of helping coaches and consultants reach over 300 clients, having well over $10 million in followers for my clients, I've learned one key lesson.
All right, ladies, let me know if that's at a good sound. Okay, so for this healing activation, the chant that we're going to be saying is Om. So this sound is considered to be the sound of the universe and is what actually connects us to the divine. Now let's go ahead and get our hands set up as well. So this one's a little bit trickier. But what you're going to do is you can actually go ahead and start with all your fingers bent, so kind of like your knuckles touching each other. Have your thumbs straight and touching each other, and then you're just going to flick out that middle finger straight. And then you can go ahead and rest your hands in your lap. So I want you guys to close your eyes and visualize the color indigo in your brow bone. And then we're going to go ahead and chant together. Take a deep breath in, hold at the top, and release. Please keep your hands as they are. Slowly open your eyes. And now we're going to go ahead and read through these affirmations. Please repeat after me. I can visualize my highest purpose. I am connected to my higher self. The answers I seek are within me. I trust divine timing. I am peace. Let me know, ladies, how you guys are feeling. What was your experience like? For me, I definitely feel very peaceful right now. Were you guys able to visualize the color indigo, or did you guys see something else? Were there any affirmations in particular that you really liked? So that's great. I'm glad you were able to see indigo, Elizabeth, the white. Now that's just a little bit of the crown chakra coming in. So Jessica said white and black. Now white is a little bit of the crown chakra coming in. Black is not good. It's just the absence of light. Saw a little bit of pink. Okay. Now the pink, I honestly couldn't tell you exactly what that is because there is no chakra that is pink. It could be maybe something in between, but I'm honestly not fully sure with that one. Red and yellow. Okay, so that means you've got your root and your solar plex vibrating in your third eye chakra. I saw purple. Oh, that's amazing, Jennifer. Super happy for you. Awesome. So cool, Catherine. So here are a few more tips for you ladies in terms of how to balance this chakra moving forward in your day-to-day life. So meditation is going to be a big one for this because it all has to do with the spiritual realm and being able to tap into your intuitive side. Now, also, like I said before, this chakra is associated with your pineal gland, and your pineal gland is what releases melatonin and helps basically with your cardiac rhythm. So it's really important that you actually go outside and you absorb light for at least 5 minutes a day and you sleep in darkness, because that's going to really help get your body in the right rhythm. Lastly, I want you ladies to try to limit fluoride. So the government puts, in big companies, they put fluoride in our products on purpose, so you can find it in toothpaste and tap water and other products as well, to actually calcify our pineal gland, so that way we're not able to activate and access these higher levels of consciousness. It's really sad. It's really a way of them being able to maintain control over the masses. So yeah, it's something that I'm obviously against, and that's part of the reason why I'm here and giving this lesson today, to help more of the collective to actually wake up and become more aware of these things. So now we are moving up to the crown chakra, ladies. This is the very, very last chakra. Now, this chakra is located just slightly above the head, and it's connected to our pituitary gland. So like I said, this chakra also vibrates the color purple, but specifically violet. It's also known to be associated in other cultures as the white light as well. And this element is also associated with the element of spirit. So the essence of this is it's the divine. When you're able to access this chakra, this is when you're said to have reached a state of enlightenment. And I just want you ladies to know too, I'm sure when you hear that word, your ego comes in and you're like, oh, I could never be enlightened. And you probably picture someone like a Buddhist monk. Or at least I know, I did when I started, going down my spiritual path. But I want you ladies to realize that anyone can be enlightened. This is really our natural state of being connected to the divine. And it's really just a process of letting go of attachments and things that weren't really us to begin with. So I do want to let you ladies know it is possible. It's just something that takes work and time. This chakra is also associated with dynamic thought. Sorry, I spelled that wrong there. As well as energy. So here are some signs of a balanced crown chakra. You realize you are the conscious observer of your ego. So basically, what this means is, we are all a spirit inside of this human body. And if you can really go into your mind and you're able to get to a place of being able to observe your human experience rather than being attached to it, that is where you're really tapping into that crown chakra. So being able to step back and see from the bigger picture, or from sources, perspective. This chakra, when you're able to access, or when this chakra is balanced, you're also able to access higher states of consciousness. You're able to see all things, positive and negative, from the perspective of growth and balance. You feel a sense of liberation and freedom, regardless of your circumstances. And you focus on meditation. So Elizabeth had a great question here. She said that she thought that the crown chakra was associated with no element. Now, I do want to remind you, ladies, so I am teaching you the Western thought practices upon the seven chakra systems, and within different cultures, there's different beliefs in terms of how many there are, where they're located, the colors, as well as the elements for some. So in some other culture, it may be that this chakra is, oh yeah, I do remember, yep, the chakra, that they consider the chakra to be no element because they don't necessarily think that it comes from the human. Exactly, that's what it was. I do remember that. But with the way that I'm teaching you guys, so the modern viewpoint of the seven chakra system, it is associated with the element of spirit. So since this is a higher, an upper chakra, you guys will probably more relate to it being underactive. So here are some signs of an underactive crown chakra. I am stuck in worry and fear. I am unable to see the bigger picture in situations. I lack inspiration. I desire to oversleep. I lack connection to the spirit realm, the universe, God, etc. So now, ladies, please let me know in the comments, crown chakra underactive, how many out of the 5 resonated with you? So now we're going to look at the flip side of things in terms of what an overactive crown chakra looks like. So in order to have an overactive crown chakra, basically what's happening is you don't have a strong root chakra. So it's like your foundation is gone and you're just connected more to the spirit realm. So if you can think back to the root chakra, this is connected with our basic needs. So basically what happens is our basic needs are no longer a priority to this person. So here are some signs of an overactive crown chakra. I detach from the physical world. I have no desire to generate income or work. I have no interest in eating. I have poor hygiene. I am extremely sensitive to the physical world. I do not like engaging with others. I feel overwhelmed by spiritual knowledge. So now, ladies, please go ahead and write in the comments overactive crown chakra and let me know out of the 7 how many of those resonated with you. Now, an example of a person with an overactive crown chakra. So I can say definitely a few homeless people probably have an overactive crown chakra. And I think what has happened is some of them have taken certain types of drugs that have allowed them to open up and activate these higher levels of consciousness, and they've just gotten to this point of being so blissful in this state and not even really caring about the physical world. And so therefore, they don't work or have no interest in eating and all of those things as well. Now, I'm not saying all homeless people obviously have an overactive crown chakra. I know a lot of them have other issues as well, but some of them I'm sure do. And I just thought that was interesting to share, a different kind of perspective you guys can have on why someone could possibly be homeless. So I'd like to talk a little bit about, what an unbalanced crown chakra actually does to us. So in terms of our mindset, it can make it difficult for us to learn, cause us to have chronic headaches, and also just mental exhaustion. You may feel more emotionally depressed. And in terms of how it physically affects your body, you could find that you have sensitivity to light, sound, and the environment, as well as poor coordination. So if you have any of these side effects, please let me know in the comments. And like I said before, when it comes to this upper chakra, it's not necessarily blocked by trauma. It's just something that needs development. So this is caused due to a lack of spiritual development. And it's really something that takes a lot of time and persistence. Now, not everyone is able to access this crown chakra energy. There are a few things that we need to have, laid out in terms of the foundation. So you need to first know how to ground yourself and do so with ease. So basically, we need a strong root chakra. All your other chakras are healthy and balanced because remember, in order to access higher states, we need that strong foundation. And you need to understand that we are all one. Also, you need to meditate often and feel connected to the universe. Now, if you can check all these 4 boxes off your list, then you can be ready to access the crown chakra energy. Now, for the crown chakra, there is no specific chant. Reason being is because silence is what is associated with this chakra, because when you're silent, you're able to go in. And that's where you're going to find what I was talking about earlier, being able to observing everything rather than being attached to your thoughts and this human. So for this, what you guys would do is you would sit in silence and visualize the color white, violet, or a rainbow light above your head. So we're going to go ahead and do this for about 1 minute. So ladies, go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And we're going to visualize the color white, violet, or rainbow just above your head. And just focus on your breathing. Alrighty, ladies, go ahead and open up your eyes.
Check out what I'm looking at right now.
I'm going to put on some sound healing real quick while we do these affirmations. Please repeat after me. I am light. I am open to new ideas. I am guided by inner wisdom. We are all connected. I am at one with the universe. I am nothing and I am everything. So now, ladies, please let me know a little bit about your experience. How did you feel doing the silent meditation? How do you feel after speaking these affirmations? Are there any of these that, really pop out at you? Maybe one that you really like and you're going to write down for later? Let me know. I'm sorry to hear that, Elizabeth. Just know that there is always hope, and with time and effort, you can activate this chakra. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so now we're going to get into a few more tips, ladies, in terms of how to balance this moving forward in your day-to-day life. So meditation is going to be the big key for this one. So I recommend doing at least 10 minutes of meditation every day. Personally, I prefer to do it in the morning just because I really feel like it sets the tone for my day and allows me to be more conscious throughout the day. Now, if you're really struggling to activate this chakra, I think working with a Reiki master or somebody who can actually do energy work on you could also be really helpful for you as well. The sound of running water is also going to help activate this crown chakra. So if you can go outside in nature and you have something nearby where there's like a little waterfall, that's always really nice. If not, I know at home you can buy those little waterfalls. That's always nice. You can have that in your work area, or even just like find a sound on YouTube that has running water and play it in the background. That works just as well. All right, ladies, so we are wrapping this up. Now, I know this was a lot of material that we've covered the past 3 days, so I just wanted to give you guys a little checklist in terms of how you can actually implement this material. So step one is that we first need to discover which chakras are unbalanced. Once we know that, then we need to determine if it's underactive or overactive, because that's going to help later with figuring out which modalities to use. Step three, we got to figure out what the root cause is or the blockage, and that's really going to help us to release. Step four, we got to work on actually consciously releasing that blockage in your day-to-day life. So now you're a little bit more aware and where it comes from, and you may find yourself, reacting in that way. And when you do, you need to release that and choose to react in a different way. Take a step back for a second. Step five, implement natural healing modalities into your daily routine. And this is just going to help solidify that new vibration. Step six, assess your progress and where there's room for growth. Repeat. This is a never-ending process. We're constantly working on our energy because All right, ladies, do you guys have any questions about this presentation from today? Let me know overall how you guys enjoyed it. Okay, so Nikki asked, where can we go to find crystals? where can we find which crystals go with each chakra? Oh, okay. So I did answer this question a little bit earlier, Nikki. So, this is so there are multiple crystals that are associated with each chakra. And it really just depends if your chakra is underreactive or overreactive. And based on that, then you would use a specific crystal. So it is something also that takes time, and I think it helps to really understand what those deep-rooted issues are before purchasing a crystal. All right, do you guys have any other questions for me about this information that I presented today?